John, Aaron, the Omaha City Council voted unanimously approving a ballot measure for a Good Life district in Omaha. In a Good Life district, sales taxes are 2.75% instead of the usual 5.5%. One Good Life district you're likely familiar with is Nebraska Crossing in Gretna. The goal of the districts is to bring in new jobs and businesses to the state. The item comes from the developer Avenue 1, and the company is currently building a new neighborhood at 192nd and Dodge. Avenue 1 is looking to create an urban-style environment in West Omaha with a high-density mixed-use project, including housing and restaurants that you see here. The mayor's office spoke at the meeting, saying the project will not add any new taxes or costs for the city. Avenue 1 says they will pay for the cost of putting the measure on the city ballot. Aaron.